This channel is an effort to form a coherent conservative reactionary ideology from Hindu perspective. Therefore, it is essential to read and analyze Hindutva ideologues and take inspiration from them. So, we will start with Savarkar and his political thought. And as our starting point, we will look at his definition of Hindu. Who is a Hindu according to Savarkar? So, according to Savarkar, a Hindu means a person who regards this land of Bharatvarsh from the Indus to seas as his fatherland as well as his holy land. That is the cradle land of his religion. So, we can see from this definition that Savarkar included territorial as well as spiritual and religious aspect in his definition of Hindu. Now, in defining who is a Hindu, Savarkar most probably took inspiration from Vishnu Puran, which described the geographical boundaries of India, or you can call it Bharat or Aryavrat, whatever you want, as follows. The land which is to the north of the sea and to the south of the Himalayas mountain is named Bharat, inhabited by the descendants of the Bharat. Now there are Hindutvawadis as well as Hindu reactionaries who object to this definition, as this definition put followers of foreign religions on par with followers of Hinduism, and as a result they can be counted as Hindus too. This makes them resentful to this definition as a territorial nationalism only. Now this is according to their thought process. We will look more into in this aspect in our next video. Now we will look at Savarkar's reasoning, or you can say his thought process behind making territorial aspect a key feature of his ideology. According to Savarkar, it was essential to have a geographical center of gravity to make Hindutva political thought grow and nurture, as well as to make it clear to the world that Hindus are a people by themselves, not only a racial and national, but even a geographical and political unit. Now Savarkar thought behind this must have been to make Hindus strong enough to defend their religion and culture from its enemies. And he also expected that Hindus will unite across caste and regional lines to make Hindu civilization stronger. But we have seen what Hindus have done in past 70-80 years. But that topic is for some another day to discuss. Now coming back to Savarkar. This quote of Savarkar is extremely important. Savarkar said, and I am quoting, "The only safeguards in future were valor and strength that could only be born of national self-consciousness." Unquote. Now this shows that Savarkar was not being myopic while advocating for territorial nationalism as key part of his political ideology, as well as to make it essential for being a Hindu, because his immediate concern was not about the probable future converts in some foreign land, but the rejuvenation of Hindus of this land, and to make secure that this land will remain under the rule of Hindus. जैसे कि अभी हमने देखा कि सावरकर ने टेरिटोरियल नेशनलिज्म को बिना कुछ सोचे समझे अपनी पॉलिटिकल आइडियोलॉजी का पार्ट नहीं बनाया था, बल्कि पूरा सब कुछ ध्यान में रखते हुए, सब कुछ सोच समझ के ही टेरिटोरियल नेशनलिज्म को अपनी पॉलिटिकल आइडियोलॉजी में सम्मिलित किया था। अब इसमें क्या कमी है और क्या इस डेफिनेशन की कोई ज़रूरत है आज के टाइम पे, या इसकी कोई एडवांटेज है या हमको डिसएडवांटेज ही हुए, ये हम अपने अगले वीडियो में देखेंगे। इसका पूरे तरीके से क्रिटिकली एनालाइज भी करेंगे इसको। अभी आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद इस वीडियो को देखने के लिए। कोशिश करेंगे कि आगे भी हम हर हफ्ते एक वीडियो ऐसे ही इस चैनल पे डालते रहें। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपका।